Thanks for staying up late and welcome to our final New Mexico Football Friday Night Show of the season. Can you believe that?
I love the sound of that. It's cold outside. It's
Hey, no vacation.
Outside.
We got basketball now.
You're
but
right.
We don't have a half hour to do.
You're right. That's true.
On the show tonight, it's going to be Championship Saturday recap. You know what that means.
A lot of highlights.
Yep. See the cold games that were played. Players and coaches of the year. And, of course, Robert Pugsley has gotten in the booth and put together the sights and sounds of the season. Let's start with the 5A state title game. Los Cruces Bulldawgs and Mayfield Trojans playing for it all.
Check out that atmosphere, Van.
30,000 plus, right?
30,000 plus.
Somebody tried to say 50.
Yeah, that's crazy. That
I
is
don't know
crazy.
about
I
that,
don't know
man.
about that, but still, though, great showing.
Anyway, we start with the pick six, Isaiah Lerman. Picking it off from Mayfield,
Yeah, you know, really good way of setting the tone right there.
And Cameron Miller, not sure what just happened there. Actually, it was 14-0. Mayfield at that point. Mayfield getting out to a big lead, and then here comes Los Cruces. J.J. Granados, 50-yard touchdown. It made it 14-10 Mayfield.
That's the machine, and that's who you got to go to try and get yourself in the game.
Speaking of go-to, how about Kavika Johnson? 2-yard touchdown run. Mayfield says, we're back in this thing. We're back on top like we want to be. PAT no good, 20-10 Mayfield. And this is still in the second quarter. Miller, the touchdown pass to Ian Smith. And look at that, just like that's a three-point game, 20-17 before the break.
Well, we know this game was going to be back and forth the entire way through, that's for sure.
Uh-oh, Kavika Johnson. The fumble recovered by David Ramirez for Los Cruces, and that would lead to the field goal from Alan Garcia. And guess what, Lawrence? All locked up at 20s at the half. Third quarter now, 20-20. J.J. Granados gets the catch, but he juggles it, and that's concentration, huh?
Absolutely, you know, he can run the football, he can catch the football. There's nothing that he can really do here.
All the way to the 4, and it sets him up for 2 yards out, 27-20. Cruces at that point in the third. Game not over yet. We go to the fourth quarter, and David Stuckey, touchdown run, and it made it a one-point game, 27-26. And Lawrence, biggest play of the game coming up.
Biggest play of the game on the PAT attempt.
Blocked! Jalen Bishop. Wow. Cruces.
Yeah, you know, you work on that all season long, and to make that block on one of the final plays of the game to seal the win, why not?
Yep, 27-26. And as a matter of fact, my 50 will have wall-to-wall football tomorrow. Every championship game played in the state, starting from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Be there.
All those games, very good to check out.
All right, and speaking of checking it out, let's hand out some hardware.
Why not?
We start with the Player of the Year, Class 5A. Definitely some talent out there this season.
Yeah, you know, Gatorade New Mexico Player of the Year, Bo Coleman of Valley is probably the first name that pops into mind, especially when thinking of players and candidates. And you know what? He's a quarterback.
Yeah, and the Triscoes, Ricky Alvidrez, averaged 200 yards per game and is in the conversation, but he's edged out by the 3 winners. We actually have a 3-way tie for 5A Player of the Year, and that means co-champions this year.
You know, why not? There's just too many talented guys to just hand out one award.
Los Cruces running back J.J. Granados averaged 3 touchdowns per game, had 44 in another state championship after the Final Horn. He is the 5A Co-Player of the Year along with this guy, Kamal Cass, last year's individual winner, over 2,000 yards again this season. Didn't even play the entire season because of injury, but managed 189.2 yards per game.
Yeah, and last but not least, Valley quarterback Bo Coleman throwing for over 2,700 yards and 39 touchdowns while leading the Vikings to the Class 5A state semifinals. He also ran for 1,003 yards and 11 touchdowns to help Valley to a perfect regular season record for only the second time in 59 years.
Being the quarterback for our O-line, they did a great job all year. We had great receivers, Aaron Molina, Troy Giddings, Russell Montoya, and then Robert Ramil on the backfield. It was great. It was easy to make plays with those guys around. Just an honor, it really is. There's so many great athletes out there, and to be named Player of the Year, Co-Player of the Year with 2 great other football players, it's just an honor. Valley, the football program's really turned around the past couple years with Coach Marcelli. I got to give a great thanks to our coaches and especially the Gazer. They all do such a great job getting us prepared, and they really turned this around, and they're bringing a lot of talent up.
All right, he's talking about coaches, and we have some candidates on that list, don't we?
We've got good ones, too.
Yeah, let's take a look at the list. 5A Coach of the Year, and you know, Rod Williams, of course, turning Siebel around, and he did work with that team.
You know, you go from 1 win the year before and then to 7. He's definitely got to be on that list.
That's a pretty strong list with Miller and Bradley on there. They met in the final. And then you got Ridenauer almost getting there, losing by 1.
Almost, you know, almost the Storm were just right there hanging with Mayfield, you know. Slugfest in that game as well, you know.
And you know why I waited for last for Enrico Marcelli, because he is what, Lawrence?
Dun, 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 dun. Coach of the Year.
Yeah, Valley's very special season, a perfect season, nearly became a perfect postseason, but the Vikings were tripped up by defending champion Las Cruces in the semifinals. Still, the run Marcelli had this year became special for a school and the surrounding community. He is our 5A Coach of the Year.
We have good assistant coaches that help me out, and our players are really good. That's what it means to me. It's a great honor, and I'm excited about it, but it's all about your players. We had good players this year, and we had a good assistant coach staff, so it really goes out to them. I was happy with where we were. Had a goal for this team to reach the semifinals, and we were able to do that. You know, we'd have liked to win it all, but we had a great regular season, a great year, and we lost to a heck of a football team in Las Cruces. So excited with the development of our program and where we're headed.
You know what? He gets a couple of style points for it. He's just cool, man.
He's a cool guy, very laid back. That team played very laid back as well, man. They were smooth.
Marcelli just shows up like, what's up, man? We need to take a break. More Football Friday. The final cut of 2013 is on the way. Who's walking away with hardware in Class 4A? We'll reveal next. And speaking of 4A, we'll take you on a recap journey of the championship in that class. First, check out our cheerleaders of the week from 2013.